Good morning, everyone, and welcome to episode 5 of Life's Lessons Through Languages by Lisa. Now, we're coming to a close with our Israel week, so I'm just going to share with you a few more stories today and tomorrow about some memorable experiences. Now, what I'm going to share with you today has to do with a very important life's lesson that necessity is truly the mother of invention. Now, when I was in university in Israel, I was 18, I was young, I was naive, whatever, but I was enjoying my experience. I had a boyfriend, I was learning the language, getting to know the country, etc. And I had met this guy who I became friends with. His name was David Cohen. And, we were always just friends, spent some time together hanging out, but, I had a boyfriend and he had a girlfriend or many, who knows. And that was kind of that. And when I came back to the States, we lost touch. But I always had really fond memories of him, and we were pretty good friends. And so I went back to Israel 10 years later on a summer fellowship at Tel Aviv University, and I wanted to try to find this person. I was single at the time. I had no idea if he was, but I just figured I would try it. Now, as I mentioned, his name was David Cohen, right? And so basically, imagine trying to open up the Yellow Pages, or in Israel, the Dapei Zahav, trying to find David Cohen, right? You'll probably find about a third of Israel's population named David Cohen. So I said, okay, I don't even know how I'm going to begin to navigate the hundreds of pages of David Cohen, right, that could possibly confront me. So here's what I do. I walk into like the Israel version of like a Kinko's FedEx, and I see like a young high school age kind of girl, maybe, 17-ish, working there at the counter. And I saw her kind of playing with her iPhone. I figured she was pretty tech savvy. And I went up to her and I said, how much do you make per week? And she told me she makes the equivalent of probably about $50. And so here's what I do. I open up my wallet and I take out a $100 bill, put it down on the table. And I said, listen, this $100 bill is yours, basically 2 weeks of work, if you can find me the correct David Cohen within 24 hours. And then she thinks about it. She goes, wow, I'm sure I can. This is unbelievable. This is so unbelievably generous. And so then, looking, sort of gauging at her level of excitement, I reach into my wallet and I take out a second $100 bill, put it on the table. And I say, see this $100 bill? This represents an entire month of your salary right here. This is yours if you can find me the right David Cohen by tonight, after dinner, after I come back from dinner and a movie with friends. And she was completely losing it, right? She was so excited. She was, like a kid in a candy shop. And so basically then I said, I'm going to push this even a little bit further. I take out a third $100 bill, put it on the table. And I said, this is yours if you can get me the right David Cohen by the time I finish lunch today in 2 hours. Here's my cell phone. I'm going to be in class. As soon as you have something, call me right away. And I was lucky that for some reason I actually remembered David Cohen's street address of where he grew up and the name of his father's business. And so those 2 clues were enough. And literally 20 minutes later, my cell phone rings. She found the right David Cohen. Now, unbelievable. Look, she made $300, which was probably more than she would make the entire summer. And I had a chance to reconnect with a friend. Ultimately, we didn't wind up staying together, but we're still friends today. It's all worked out for the best, but proving that necessity is truly the mother of invention. David Cohen, can you imagine that? It's like Bob Smith in Texas. Anyways, until next time, bye.